Hey you guys, back with another live. My attacks are pretty bad this morning. Hope you guys are doing okay. It's already been a crazy morning thus far. Attacking me pretty heavy. Um, Hoping it gets better this weekend. It's been pretty trying. I mean, it's just been nonstop. Just trying to stay strong, trying to stay on, my ground, trying to stay grounded. But one of them just nonstop harassment. I mean, one of them just out of control. It just seems like a free for all. Just constantly just up my ass. Hey Nick, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Yeah, just tired. One of them is just constantly up my ass. Like he's trying to, I don't know, just doing too much. Like everything is just like chill, and this dude just seemed like neurotic. Like, oh damn, I'm like, damn, bruh. This dude on crack or something. It's like some crackhead energy, bruh. Like dude on Roxy's or something. I don't know. I hope you're doing okay, Nick. It's raining over here. The weather's all right. I might be headed down towards Miami soon, just for a few days, just to get away, to get a break. Mhm. How's the weather down there, Nick? Yeah, same here, Nick. It's like I just go to work and then that's it. I'm like, ugh. Yeah, hopefully I'll be down, be headed towards Miami probably soon, just for a few days though. Just to basically get grounded, I guess catch my bearings. Um, get some nature in. I definitely need some negative ions, dude. Trying to charge the neurons, protons. I'm like, ugh. I'm gonna head to the crystal store, get some smoky quartz. Definitely gonna go back to like wire wrapping too. Um, Morning, Jack. Ground my energy. Hope you're doing okay, Jack. Like this is like spewing just negativity, and it's just like, ugh, I don't have time for this. No, in the house. What up, bro?
Morning, Christina. Good morning, Jack. Everybody else.
Morning. What are you doing?
Just waking up. Saw you were live streaming and figured, hey, I better say hi. I better check in.
Awesome, Dill. You look good, brother.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, here, check out my camp today.
All right. Oh, nice. Good deal. Wow. Wow, looks nice. How
There's a
warm is
real,
it? What's the
yeah,
temp up there?
it's pretty warm.
Okay, yeah, we're going into the 60s today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
But
should be warmer now that we got rain coming.
yeah, it's gonna rain, I think, like off and on all week here.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna head towards Miami pretty soon.
yeah, that's awesome. I made it as far as Orlando.
Awesome, good deal. Hope
And
everything is all
really
right
awesome.
with you.
I don't between cities, but when I got here, it's like I just don't want to go any further.
Yeah, I feel you, brother. I wouldn't if I were you. I try to
Yeah,
camp
like
out where it's warm for a while.
yeah. Plus, if I the further I head south into Florida, the more swampy it really is. The harder to
Yeah, I noticed
find
that.
camping spots. I'd have to go get a hammock and all kinds of other stuff, which is
Yeah,
totally
other
doable.
tools.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm not that motivated.
I hear you, brother. It's good to see your face again, though.
Oh, thank you, Christina. I miss you.
I miss you too, brother. I'm glad you're doing good. You look good. You look healthy.
Thank you. Yeah, I think just relaxing and
Yeah, see the energy and vibes out there is a lot different.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be healthy, eat well and
that's
everything
good.
else. The
Yeah,
weapons torture is just oh, it's unfracking believable.
yeah,
Just the other night they had me puking all over the place, and it's all last night they're making my whole body jump and twitch, and it's
yeah,
handle this. I mean, it's too much. It's these morons need to fuck off.
yeah. I agree, brother. I agree. Yeah, I'm
What
gonna try to
the
work
news?
on my digestive system to help out my energy.
You know,
Yeah, and try to get back on track because I've been just consuming a lot of over processed food just because like everything's so time consuming at the moment.
you know,
Yeah, I just feel like I don't have enough time and enough space to really focus on um just consuming better food.
I wish I could do the best on my pack, but there's
Yeah.
not a lot I can really do about it.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I stocked up on some more organics. I got more ginger root, turmeric, ashwagandha root.
Right? I find
Um,
Lena is really good as like a
yeah, I actually
one
bought
type of thing.
I bought zinc.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bought some zinc and I was reading it. I've never taken it before. I mean, I've taken just shot drinks like mixed drinks with zinc in it, but it supposedly helps repair like DNA.
yeah.
Yeah, so I
Wish
just
I
started
knew more about
taking.
chemical biology, but what little I do know helps me significantly with my radionics research.
Okay, yeah,
The radionics is using electromagnetic fields to affect the body.
yeah, absolutely. So something like that. I was
So
actually thinking about going. There's a therapy center that practices things like holistic healing, but they actually use a Rife machine,
yeah,
RIFE. So they
yeah, our
use Rife frequencies.
Dr. Raymond Royal Rife invented it.
Yeah, the treatments are like $40 a pop, but I
Yeah,
was thinking about
bad.
going back and getting a treatment.
That's why I'm building this machine is for them to have the Rife machine is several thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
A medical grade industrial, one that's going to sit there. The
yeah,
device maker capable of doing everything a Rife machine does,
yeah, absolutely.
and that's really a fundamental thing that for shielding.
No,
And
I
it's
think so too. And I think for some of us, especially if you're a highly sensitive being, I think it's really important to get out in nature as much as possible. And just
Yeah.
the weather conditions out here, and it's pretty normal out here. We get bipolar weather, but during the wintertime, it's really hard to get out in nature.
Yeah, it just gets wet and chilly, and it's just
Yeah, it gets really cold, and there's really nowhere to, go.
yeah.
Yeah, so it makes it really trying, like for people like me, especially on your energy, like where you need to just ground yourself. So I'm gonna go to the crystal shop today. I'm gonna get some smoky quartz because I know we're going through a Mercury retrograde, and that's like my planetary sign. So I'm just gonna be chill and kind of observant. I'm just gonna kind of sit back because I can feel like so much disgruntledness, and I'm like, I'm like, stay away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to just regroup my energy. I think it's really important right now too.
I think it'll really help with the Rife machine. And
Yeah, I
in the
do too. I would honestly, I think it would take about 2 or 3 treatments for me to get back on track. I was thinking about light therapy, but see, the thing about it is a lot of these things, it's just it's so expensive, dude.
yeah, it is, and that's why I'm
I mean,
designing
the right
is
treatment therapy, anybody who's watching, you can look in your area for like holistic healing therapy, Reiki masters, stuff like that. But there's actually places probably in your area, especially in the bigger cities, where they have these Rife machines and they have treatments, and they're usually about $40 a pop. But they do, from my experience, it did work, but you just need more treatments.
Ooh, I just realized. Let me post the. I have a link to Dr. Rife's complete catalog of frequencies.
Okay.
One of the
Yeah.
cool things Dr. Rife did, and while I hunt here, uh, 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 I will just gonna.
Right. You're kind of buffering out, brother. Your site is on a pause for some reason. You must have lost internet. We lost connection, brother. Yeah, anybody interested in anything like Rife frequencies, you can look it up online. RIFE. Especially if you're like not able to get out in nature if you live in a bigger city. It's pretty interesting stuff. Gotta get you back on, brother. Yeah, but I think today I'm gonna get out in nature, grab my rain boots. It's supposed to rain, and just head down to the creek just to regroup my energy. We lost Nick. I don't know if you can still hear me, brother, but try to hop back on. There we go. There he is.
I just pasted. I just
All right,
posted
we're
the
back.
link to the PDF of the frequency compendium
Where'd you post it at?
in live chat.
All right. I don't see it, brother.
Here, let me put it in the chat
All right. Yeah, I don't
or
see
in
it.
our conference chat here.
Okay, you got it in the private chat. All right, I got you. Got you. Posted. All right, I got it. Awesome. Awesome. Good deal.
There we go.
Yeah, the connection is really weird. It's probably just your location, I'm sure.
Actually, it's my fault. I can't leave this screen. If I had this StreamYard
Really?
app, I'd flip around to other applications. But with the way I have my phone set up,
Yeah,
leave a web page, then it cuts it off. It says, no, you don't, not till next back.
yeah, right. I was using that Moby Zen app, but I can't add people onto the stream, so it kind of sucks, but it's got a really good connection to it. The StreamYard, I like it a lot, but the connection kind of sucks sometimes.
It is a little glitchy, but I
Yeah,
find that
but I mean, it
I
works pretty good for the most part.
really like the native YouTube streaming app. That's
I haven't
nice.
tried that one. I'll have to look at that one, dude. I haven't tried that one.
I should be able to live stream now, but they gave me a warning like 6 months ago
Oh,
that it
really?
live stream because I have a warning.
Yeah. Right?
These guys are off. I mean, it's frustrating. YouTube is a love hate narcissistic relationship in itself.
Yeah, I think so too, dude.
If for any reason we don't like what you did or disagree with you, we will nuke you. However,
Yeah, exactly, dude. Or I'm just like, God.
what really was getting my balls twisted was back when I was getting when my first YouTube channel got deleted. They started going after my flight videos, marking them as hate speech.
Are you
And
serious? Yeah, you had a hater on
I
you.
go
That's
back to the
why.
video and I'm like,
Yeah, you probably had a
say
hater
any
on
word.
you. Yeah, you probably had a hater on you, dude.
No,
I was
many,
getting
many
that. I think that back
talker.
in 20, it was last year, I was getting a lot of that, dude.
Yeah.
Where I was getting like all kinds of trolls, like all kinds of stuff. And I was like, dang, bro.
And what's worse is that YouTube won't double check. When you get a
No.
parent attacking a channel and then you dispute it and YouTube kicks back a notification in less than 2 seconds, we did review the content and it does. And I'm like, there's no way in 2 seconds. In fact, it's like the fastest email replies I've ever received.
Yeah.
There is no review.
No.
And if they did review it, they would use the other portion of their terms of policies to delete their accounts because they're attacking other people and lying about their accounts, which is a violation of their terms of service, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember last year I was having a really hard time where I was getting all kinds of stuff, dude. I was getting trolls out the ass. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, not seeing a lot of Chief Handler anymore.
Yeah, right, brother. Same here, dude. Or I was like, yeah, I haven't seen that one for a while. They kind of fell back a little bit.
Oh, I've had a major advance in my circuit designs.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of fell back a little bit.
Yeah, it's really hard going trying to reverse everything, reverse engineer it back from scratch. But
Yeah.
it's
No, you're
getting
right.
simpler now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be easier for me when I just regroup, just gain strength and spirit and my energy. I definitely need nature in my life for
Yeah.
sure. It's just been the weather out here, dude. We went through that winter storm, which was bad, dude. I think we were like down to 8 degrees.
Yeah, I know. It was
So
easy,
bad, dude. It
easy
was like my thermostat. The thermostat was on 73, but it was reading like 64. I was like, what the
yeah, it
crap?
was out on heat. couldn't put out anymore. And even though it was,
Yeah. No, it was bad, dude. I had to like warm up my car for like 10, 15 minutes.
you know,
Yeah.
imagine people up in Minnesota go through that every year.
Yeah, the weather out here is always bipolar because
And
we get a
out
lot
here
of
is
that
right,
tropical weather.
you know,
Yeah, we get the tropical weather coming from like the Gulf, dude. So it gets crazy out here.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Pulling up through Alabama, it seems to just aim it like a funnel right through Alabama and the Florida Panhandle.
Yeah, no, for
Just
sure, dude.
after trough for trough, like from Louisiana on to Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama, the weather out here is just so crazy. That's why, if God's willing, I'm just gonna get another car, I think next month. That way I'm able to go back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I want to travel more for sure. I feel like this is a good time to, move around and do stuff. And then we got a full moon coming on the 6th. I think it's the wolf moon, so that should be interesting. That should be real interesting.
oh, some mornings are harder than others.
Yeah, I just get a sense of like a hibernation period. Um, so I'm hoping these new shifts bring in just some balance and peace is what I'm hoping for. Because I just think everything's just been so chaotic.
Yeah, extremely. I'm doing everything I can to just stay out of the way now. You know,
Yeah, I feel that too. I definitely feel that in spirit where I'm just like, I'm just gonna chill, be observant, just relax, taking a deep breath and just go with the flow, dude. Because I feel like everything around me is like just distraught and like panic mode. And I'm like, I'm sitting here chilling, like, whatever, bro.
yeah,
Everybody's like, ah! And I'm like, nah, I'm good. You making your coffee?
yeah.
Me too. I'm drinking my coffee right now.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just loading up my stove with fuel.
Yeah. You make
With
the
my
best coffee. You make the best coffee, by the way.
oh, thank you. Yeah, when my fuel bottle is too full, I use this little straw to pipette it out,
Yeah.
pull it everywhere. It's amazing how well alcohol works for a travel stove.
Yeah, right.
Everybody's got these jet boils and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, those are great. Don't get me wrong, but the reality of it is, to me, they burn too hot. There's no real way to, bring the temperature down for cooking. So really, the
Yeah.
only you can do is boil water with those things.
Yeah, exactly.
It really well and really fast. But um, I've just been using alcohol stoves for the better part of a couple decades now. I tried them when I was younger and they worked by making those little pop can stoves. But now I use a little titanium stove by Vargo.
Yeah.
But they're freaking worth it. They're engineered perfectly like a little jet nozzle. So
Yeah.
it's super efficient. It does a way better job than a pop can will do.
Yeah.
But in the end, a pop can will do. You take the two bottoms of a pop can, put them together.
Yeah.
Or I make a variant called a capillary stove, which
Yeah.
three, which takes 3 cans.
Yeah.
But the way everything slots and fits together makes a little nicer cavity on the outside, and pulls the fuel up. So it boots a little faster than just a whole stove.
Yeah.
So what happens is the wall I crinkle up into an accordion, and then I stretch it back out, and then the two inside cups are inside of each other.
Oh, that's really cool.
The riffle is in between it and creates these little micro channels to bring the fuel from the bottom to the top.
That's really neat, brother.
And it's just as easy to make. In fact, easier to make, I think, because you don't have to punch all the little holes.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Maybe I'll make a video on how to make one day.
You should do a video.
Oh, I should show you how the ground is vibrating out here. Everything is this is actually really nuts. Camera, oh wait, not that one. No, hold on.
Okay. Oh no. Come back. There he is. Alright, let's get you back on here, brother. So you said the ground is vibrating?
Yeah, check out the water in my pot. Can you see that?
Yeah, I wonder what's going on.
And I can notice in all the little ponds, well, they're almost drained out and empty now.
I wonder what's going on, dude.
I don't know. Just the whole ground, everything's vibrating. I know the earth is vibrating and all this stuff, but this is
but no,
way stronger.
It's like a generator.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the things I've been working on, aside from my neural shielding, is a ground generator. It's a self-resonant circuit where you connect it to a ground rod, and you have a small oscillator to kickstart it.
Yeah.
And, what it does is has 4 switches and then feeds back to 4 more switches, and they're just cross-wired, like a microphone when it's squealing.
Yeah.
And that pulls electricity from the ground.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got one of them on me right now. Like, they're just attacking so bad. I'm just like over it, bro. Definitely ready to relocate for sure.
Oh, coffee. There you are. You remember the difference between camping and merely surviving, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Coffee. Because if you talk
coffee is, dude, I'm telling you, coffee is key, dude. If I all I need is a cup of coffee and I'm straight.
Yeah. But I think it's important with these Schumann resonators to at least have some positive electromagnetic waves in your environment.
Yeah, I think so too.
When I was experimenting with the plasma driver,
yeah,
modified it. Remember a couple years ago?
Yeah.
I had modified it to run, my own frequencies.
Yeah.
And that had a significant effect.
Yeah.
However, again, the whole thing wasn't purpose-built, and can do way better with the circuits that I'm building now.
Yeah.
If nothing else, it's a good step. I mean,
yeah,
people
no, it absolutely is.
A lot of benefit from ZVS drivers, where you have the high frequency coil just running all the time. But people also benefit from solfeggio frequencies, 432, 512, 7, etc. chakra frequencies.
Yeah.
And so what I'm building is something that switches at those higher frequencies, like the ZVS driver, but embeds similar to what V2K does.
Yeah.
The design from the schematics I've been able to get of it, what few schematics I've been able to get of it,
Yeah.
to be able to amplify those frequencies through it. So it allows you to, instead of having one device that does Schumann resonance, one device that does 432, one device that does this, now you've got, 8 pendants that you're wearing, or you know what I mean? Or 8.
Yeah. No, definitely.
This is capable of doing all of that simultaneously just on a headphone input.
Yeah.
And so what I did was I bought one of those little SD card reader, playback devices. It's
Yeah.
basically an MP3 player, but just the board, no case, no battery, no nothing.
Yeah.
It has play, pause, next, repeat. And I would copy the wave files, and I was using, for example, a Schumann resonance 7.83 hertz, but in a Lily wave, where instead of it's a regular sine wave or
Yeah.
just a square wave, it's
Yeah.
a Lily wave is a positive, then a pause, then the negative, and then continue. And that has a much higher coupling with biology. And so I've got the driver designed where now I have equivalent to what I had before, where it was running the high frequency switching like the ZVS driver, but modulating it at the beneficial frequencies.
Yeah.
So what I need to do now is build a wave shaper and a few other things.
Yeah.
My next is looping a old school noise source, like a white noise generator.
Yeah. You know what I used last night? Sorry to cut you off.
No, yeah.
But I used it was 52 hertz, and the actual name of the video is called Prana Awakening. I'm gonna put it in the chat. But
Yeah,
it
52 hertz
totally
is a good frequency. 60 hertz is horrible.
totally blocked it out, which I thought was really interesting. So 52 hertz, which is a really good frequency, but there is there is an actual whale called the Lonely Whale, and it is the only whale in the waters that resonates at 52 hertz. I think it's said that most whales resonate at like 10 to 30 or 40 hertz. And this specific whale resonates at 52 hertz. But I just put it in the comments. But it really did the job. Like it just blocked it out. So I'm starting to learn that I think a lot of things are basically sound-based, which I found to be really interesting.
Well, there are sound weapons, and there are also audio nonlinearities that occur as a result of microwave electromagnetic devices.
Okay, got you.
For example, 2.4 gigahertz.
Yeah.
Its wavelength at light going through the atmosphere, it's going at the speed of light at 2.4 gigahertz,
Yeah.
which is 60 centimeters. Now, sound in air is 7 kilohertz, the same wavelength, 60 centimeters.
Okay.
And so what happens is the electromagnetic wave hits the atmosphere as it propagates through it to the next antenna, but it perturbs the air like a tuning fork. And then the air itself rings at its harmonic at the speed of sound.
Got you.
And that's part of the tinnitus.
Got you.
They're using these beams to hit you, and you will pick up in-air equivalents.
Yeah, see, I get it in like I mean, it's really bad, like, especially around this time of the day. Not really sure as to why.
Well, part of it is satellite based.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of things. It's like a remaking of the whole. They basically repurposed all the Star Wars programs. Sure,
Yeah.
the devices like the Vercator wasn't designed initially to do what it's doing now, but it's perfectly within its wheelhouse of doing. It's like a light bulb.
Yeah.
Rarely do you ever have a light bulb in your house flashing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not that it can't do it, it's just not really its job.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I'll look up 54 hertz, you said?
52.
52
Yeah,
hertz. Yeah, I
52
know that
hertz.
50 hertz is a much better frequency, not, but like, for example, the US power grid at 60 hertz, it's
Okay, got
literally
you.
the worst
Well, I
fucking
think the
frequency you
50,
have.
the 52 hertz is really good for highly sensitive people for sure. Hey, Melissa. Yeah,
And
the
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 UK and everywhere
52
else in
hertz.
the world is 50 hertz.
Yeah, the 52 hertz works really well on highly sensitive people, especially people who are highly sensitive to things like EMFs. The
Yeah.
52 hertz works wonders.
Oh, one of my favorite approaches for doing lower frequencies, like 52 hertz, is a binaural approach.
Okay, got you.
Or not
Yeah,
binaural,
those
isochronic,
work.
sorry, where
Yeah,
you do uh, like a 432 and you add 52 hertz to it.
yeah,
482 and 432, the difference of the two being 52 hertz. It'll play, if you play the right note, the 432 in your right and the 482 in your left,
yeah,
your brain will hear 52 hertz.
yeah.
Or if you have a right speaker and a left speaker in the air, it'll create and mix and create 52.
Hmm. I was thinking the same thing of like left side, right side.
Yeah. Yeah, try
Yeah,
it out, experiment with it. I mean, it's like
it's
painting.
worth. Yeah, I think it's worth a shot, dude. I
You
was
can't
thinking
fuck it up
about.
so bad you'll kill yourself.
Yeah, right. I was thinking about creating, and I've talked about this on my other lives, creating a cheaper Faraday cage by using strong pull rare earth magnets. But you would need something to pull at least 50, 60 pounds with each one, and just putting four, keeping them separate enough so they don't come together. You got to be careful with that kind of pull, you guys,
Yeah,
because
that's
it
where
will it will remove a finger if those two clash while you're holding them.
yeah,
It's a
50
wrap.
pound pull is no joke. It'll break
Yeah,
your
that's no joke. It's nothing to play with, you
it'll
guys. But
yeah.
putting four of them in the four corners of a small room might do the trick.
I've seen a 50-pound magnet wisp forks and spoon, little stuff from
Yeah.
away.
No, dude, I almost lost a finger with two strong pulled magnets, rare earth magnets, dude. I almost lost a finger when those accidentally stuck together. I
Yeah,
was holding one. I didn't realize the other one was right next to me, and I almost lost my finger, dude. I was like, oh shit.
the power of magnets.
I was like, oh shit. Yeah, but the rare earth magnets do work. I know a lot of TIs talk about them, but the problem is you need to get a decent size one with a decent pull on it. The little ones are only going to protect you from something like a cell phone, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, and don't go walking around with them like near metal or in your car, dude, especially if you have like
like
a
electromagnet.
smart car or a car with a stick shift, dude. Yeah, don't ride around with that thing on.
That's why I'm building the electromagnetic pulsar. Is it'll never get the same strength, but by rotating the field, even with modern batteries and whatnots, you can get plenty of power. I
Yeah,
mean, we don't
exactly.
need it so strong that we swamp out the network signal for half the city.
Yeah.
Not
So
our,
it is,
not what,
she said, I use the wet towel and a plastic bag to protect against the microwave attacks and water socks. to
Yeah.
place on the organs. So it is depending on your financial status. One thing I that I do use that tends to work is obsidian. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the comments. So if you're not familiar with obsidian, let me see. So obsidian is considered a healing crystal. So it's solid, polished, real well. It's black, but it protects against EMFs and negativity. The problem with the obsidian is you need a large piece about the size of a grapefruit.
Yeah.
And they can get kind of pricey, but from my experience, it does work. Ice packs definitely help, but trying to create some kind of a biofield by using like things like nature and stuff like that does work. So trying to stay grounded out in nature. Water is very important. So I've heard of a couple of TIs mentioning things like salt water. That does help. Being around things like negative ions definitely helps. Wanting to charge your neurons, stuff like that does help. So you can use things like healing crystals, smoky quartz. Even if you can't afford a large piece, they sell pieces for $1. So if you can get, a couple of those and just keep them around you. I know things like copper. So I'm going to talk about copper rotting. A lot of people go online to buy some of this stuff, and you can actually go to Home Depot and buy you some copper rods, like 5-foot copper rods for anywhere from like $5 to $10 a piece, and you can actually have them cut them to the size that you want. But stuff like that does help. You can, get things like copper rotting, stuff like that at places like Home Depot, Lowe's. That kind of stuff does help.
Well, what it does is, well, biologically speaking, is creates a virtual ground. It
No,
creates
absolutely. And
has
another thing that you can do, I'm just trying to think of quick fixes that I've done and experienced. And just because consistency, you guys, is key to everything. So an example, I know you guys will have your opinions on using something like a Bluetooth speaker, but if you're, someone who lives in a home or you're able to play music, listen to some reggae music and blast that shit, dude. Listen to things that are, good for the spirit and just blast that. Just stick with what resonates with you and the spirit. Always go with your gut instinct on, everything, but definitely listen to nature, nurturing things that are good for your energy and spirit, especially if you're a female, not dissing the males. But it does seem like during these times there's a lot of attacks on the divine feminine. So definitely protect your energy, especially from the toxic masculinity that seems to be just parading around. There's a lot of that going around right now, a lot of disgruntled energy. So, to all the females out there, just stay grounded and stay close to nature. Drink a lot of water right now. So I hope that helps. But even, I know a lot of people will laugh and be like, what? If you're close to like rivers, stuff like that, river rock, grounded, things like bentonite clay. You can purchase powdered bentonite clay at any health store. You can get it online. You can even find it at TJ Maxx. It's like $10, but that's the closest thing to grounding, to put in your bath water, make a paste out of it. It also removes toxins off the body. Use things like rosemary essential oil to regain your senses. That's another thing that I teach TIs and just anybody in general. Using things like rosemary oil helps regain the senses. And it triggers something in the brain too, things to do with memory, stuff like that. So, and that usually costs anywhere from like $5 to $8. So rosemary oil is really, really good to lift your spirits. Orange oil, which costs like $5-6. And this stuff lasts forever, dude. Like the rosemary oil, I've had it for months and I still have some in the bottle. Lavender oil, a dab behind the ears. But the rosemary oil, I think, works wonders, you guys, to regain your senses, which I think is very, very important. Yeah, I do too. It is I just try to stay grounded, Sea Star. I don't know where you live, where about, but if you're close to nature, definitely get out there. If you're close to the waters, go. If you're close to the ocean, go. Just regain your strength, your power, stay in your power, staying in your energy. So the copper rods growing legit. So you can look online. There's a few things that you can do with it to ground yourself, but there is a thing called meditation pyramids. So they actually sell these things for like 200 bucks. I made one for like 50, 55 bucks, and it's pretty simple. You can look at tutorials online, but that will help balance your energy. But you can actually make a meditation pyramid out of the copper rodding. I made it with 5 foot rods, and it cost me a total of like 55 bucks with all the pieces. And it does help. And you can actually take it apart, put it back together so it's mobile. You can take it outside, put it out in nature with you, and use that. It works really well, especially if you're somebody, and I can't stress this enough, highly sensitive. Um, stay grounded as much as possible. You can actually buy copper clusters online from like crystal healing stores, and have those wire wraps. You can buy some wire from any arts and crafts store from anywhere from like $2 to $5 and wire wrap it yourself. So it was 5 by 5 feet. I'm only 5'2" and like 105 pounds. So 5 foot pyramid was, it was perfect for me. You can get the rods, up to 6, 7 feet. You just have to have them cut it at Home Depot. Yeah, mine was 5 by 5. I'm pretty small. And it was pretty crazy because even my animals, when I made it, when I would, do my meditation, they would like go in it with me. It was pretty cool. So just stick with what resonates with the spirit is the best advice I can give anybody. And depending on your financial status, I know a lot of TIs have a really hard time with finances, people just in general, especially during these times. But it is definitely key, diet. If you're unable to buy, the proper nutrition or food, whatever, sorry, you guys having a hard time talking, just woke up. Stock up on things like turmeric, ginger root, stuff like that. Ashwagandha root does wonders for the body and the brain. Unless you're on medication, check in with your doctor. Um, but anything that has to do with the blood and the heart, cayenne pepper pills, you can definitely do what's called cool cayenne. Does wonders, but turmeric is amazing. I know a lot of people talk about sea moss. I haven't done that. Just go with what resonates with you and go with your gut instinct. Check in with your body and see what's best for you. I can hear Nick.
I love those copper pyramids. They're very soothing.
Yeah, dude. If you look on, you can check
Um,
online. The copper pyramids, dude. They sell them for like 200 bucks. But you can definitely make one for about 50, 55 bucks. I mean, no more than like 60, 70 bucks maybe. But I made mine for like 50, 55 bucks at Home Depot.
yeah,
And it worked wonders for me.
I did similar things, but with wire. I used
Yeah, you can, I mean, just get, crafty with it, dude. Anything like copper, that stuff works really well. If you are in a financial status, dude, like use the tools around you. You can like river rocks, stuff like that, dude. I go out in nature all the time and I go arrowhead hunting, crinoid hunting, fossil hunting. Go if you have landscape, go outside, put your hands in the soil, go plant, stuff like that. Go clean up your yard, dude, rake leaves, like just stay grounded. That's like honestly the best advice I could give any TI.
Like literally sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, dude, like that's the best advice is putting your hands in the soil, putting your feet in the soil, staying as grounded as possible. And, lesson learned, and from my experience, not listening to too much aggravating music, dude. Consistent with energy. Definitely speaking from experience, it's really trying, and I know it's hard and difficult. It's the best advice that I could give. Anybody trying to declare liquid form does wonders as well, with lots of water. We recommend lemon water. Buying a lemon, you can get one for like 68 cents to $1. Putting it in your water. Stuff like that. You can grab like some ginger root or a thing of turmeric from the grocery store. The ginger root, raw ginger root, be careful with that. Only a tiny little slice in your water bottle. But if you're on medication, once again, check with your doctor and check in with your body. I think now is a good time for a lot of people, especially the feminine divine, to really check in and just, radiate positivity. There is a lot of just disgruntled energy. So just try to stay as positive as you can. I know it's easier said than done. And just try to stay away from just toxic. We're in Mercury retrograde right now, so
Actually, all the planets are visible in the night sky right now.
Yeah, dude, that's so crazy. So we got Mercury in retrograde, and that's like my planetary sign. So I'm kind of like enjoying the idea. Where I'm
But
like,
also, all the planets are visible.
I'm kind of actually enjoying the idea. So, and then we have the wolf moon coming. Definitely, drink lots of water, charge your water. Everything, is going to be okay. At the end of the day, it's going to be okay. Where there is a will, there's a way. And where there's a way, there's always a guy named Will. That's what I always say. Yeah, right, Jack? I was like, oh, shit, bro. Yeah, there's a lot of just fear mongering going on, too. And I'm just like, whatever. Yeah, these guys are just trying to do a number on me. A lot of fear mongering, and I'm like, whatever, dude. Another thing you can look into, God, what is it called? Not kyanite. I forgot the name of the other black healing crystal. I don't remember it a little bit. Smoky quartz, you guys, right now is probably a good idea. Smoky quartz, definitely a good idea. And just putting all that tension and all that stuff, just putting it where it needs to be, doing constructive things like drawing, painting, and just putting it out in nature.
You know, I'm glad my office is out here in the woods.
Yeah. My office is right here with a cup of coffee, bro.
It's absolutely a struggle living this way,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to say I'm happier this way than I ever was in any apartment I've
Yeah.
ever.
No, I really do admire the things that you do and your work, Nick. I mean, honestly, I wish I could do what you do. It's, but for some of us, it's really difficult. I'm hoping that one day I can just be out in nature. That's definitely a goal for me.
It's a big push. It's, to sever all ties. Realizing, writing on the wall style, this is what they want. It's better that you get, I figured a decade. I'll just tell you,
Yeah.
to talk sometimes, but I just feel really inspired. I mean, I knew about gang stalking, or maybe not all the words and understanding I have now, but I knew some shit was up. This was obviously what their goal was, and I had
Yeah,
to get
same
myself
here, dude.
out
Like,
before I lost everything.
yeah, same here, dude.
Everything I can
No,
continue.
same here. I know our situations are different, but same here.
You know?
And any TIs out there that are, that, might be like a single parent or a parent, like just stay strong. I know it's really hard. Just stay strong. I mean, all TIs stay strong. I know it's really hard. Don't let them get you down. Just stay strong. I love you guys a lot, dude.
I love you too, Christina. I don't know what I would do without you.
Me too, brother. I don't know what I do without any of you guys, dude. Like, I really love you guys a lot. I'm just grateful that, I have the things that I do have.
I have a feeling 2023 is going to bring some amazing things.
I do too. I kind of feel that. Like, I feel like it's going to be kind of crazy, but I feel like it's going to bring in some good stuff.
2021 was a dumpster fire.
Yeah, I
2022
think 2022 was just fucking hell, dude.
Holy shit balls.
Dude, I'm surprised I didn't come out missing a limb. Oh my god.
Well, I guess in a way I did. My wings got amputated.
Yeah, I know, dude. My roller skates got taken away, bro. Like, I'm surprised I didn't come out missing a freaking limb. I'm like, yeah, I definitely got a bone to pick with a fucking tooth fairy, bro. Like,
Yeah, 2022 took a tooth from me.
I know, bro.
I was just tugging that
I'm
earlier.
like, damn, I'm looking under my pillow, like, where's my quarters, bro? Dude, I think I wore like the same underwear for like 3-4 days straight. I was like, fuck this.
Oh, I got you beat. I gotta go 3
No,
weeks.
dude, I was going to work like freaking hairy legs. Like, I didn't shave. I was like, damn, I feel caveman status, dude. Shall I churn the butter too and buy a goat? What the fuck?
Seriously, I actually really amazed and impressed with myself how little I smell.
Dude.
For his, I only get like
so
shower every couple months here.
There was so many days where I had to check in with the armpits, bro. I was like, damn, I forgot again. Damn, dude. No, it was crazy. Like really crazy. Yeah, I think it'll be a good one, dude.
I know that information is getting out. I know that
Yeah,
things,
I can definitely, as crazy as it sounds, I can feel abundance in the air.
I mean, heck,
Um,
the CIA just admitted publicly that they had a hand in murdering JFK.
oh shit.
Ones that did it. They just put it all out in the news. It was one of those huge moments that they only took 30 seconds to talk about.
That's
And not
crazy.
there, it's there.
Yeah.
It's like when the FBI admitted that UFOs are real and that they're a, passive but, you know, important phenomenon. They
Yeah.
basically proved every conspiracy theorist right. And yet now that it's in the open, it's admitted by official sources through even every channel, conspiracy theorists are still nuts. It's like, motherfucker, they admit
Yeah.
it and still can't win.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting crazy, dude. I'm just ready for it to be over. I'm just ready for it to be over. I'm literally ready to chill.
Well, I'm very lucky. This year, the COLA increase for income was near $80. It's the largest increase ever. And that should give me enough now where I have the ability to start buying parts
Oh, okay, got you.
so that I'm not, scraping at the end of the month. Because, I'm doing
Mhm.
all right as it is now. I mean, for example, it's the last day of the month. I've got 2 days till deposit. I've got 60, $70.
Oh, that's good though,
I'm
brother.
good.
At least you have
I mean,
something.
anybody else would be
Dude,
screaming,
you know what's
help,
crazy?
I'm gonna die.
You know what's crazy is yesterday, dude, I was at work and I was just sitting there. I was worried about I was like down to like $10 and I was sitting there like, dang, I don't make any money until Saturday.
Yeah, yeah, a week
And
and
then
$10. Yeah, that's time to yelp.
dude, and then I got a phone call. My mom was like, I think you dropped $100 bill when you came over. And I was like, what?
Nice.
So evidently I dropped $100 bill. It was like the best day of my life. I ran over there. I was like, yeah.
Don't walk, run.
Yeah, no, I took off, bro. I was like, yeah. I was like down to one line on the gas tank. I was
Yeah.
like, oh God. I was like, that was a miracle, bro. I was so happy.
I'm always
And
terrified to
it was one of the crispy $100 bills, dude. I was like, hell yeah. Yeah, I was so happy, dude. It was pretty dope. Yeah, but I'm hoping to have a good day today for sure. It's warm outside, but it's rainy. So
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna be in chill mode, I think,
yeah,
from here on
yeah,
out. All
yeah. Here, I should show you my tarp.
right, let me see.
I never have my tarp out.
So how's the soil, like the ground right there? Is it
Oh, here, I'll give you a little walk around. Let me put
okay?
my shoes on. Oh yeah, stretch.
Oh yeah, you're in a nice area, dude.
Sit up too quick.
That's
Ooh,
real
don't fall
nice.
over. Oh yeah, but here's the ground. It's kind of rocky.
Okay.
You got good leaf cover with it, then it's just aggregate, but it's like this little driveway
Yeah.
all the way up to the rails there, where there's a little side road.
Okay.
Um, and then it goes to this gate here. So apparently my address is 1401 East Sand Lake Road. But they've
Oh
got
my
this
God,
gate
so
here.
cool.
Um, let's see here. Hold on. Yeah, I got this. I need to do this. There we go. Now I can see. Um,
Mm, that's
but I
nice,
have this
dude.
gate
You
here.
got a
But yeah,
nice
this is how I
patio.
just pull my tarp. I just stretch it out. Get
Yeah,
it nice and clean.
got
I
you.
have other campers like, how do you do that?
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah,
you
you're
start at
pretty
one corner.
witty. You're pretty smart when it comes to camping stuff.
Um, so yeah, you can see it's real just boggy ground. I
Okay,
don't
got
really
you.
step on a lot of it.
So are you next to any water or a creek?
Yeah, there's a little like they've got some like there's some standing water here. It's not much,
Okay,
but that's the culvert underneath the
all right,
little road
I
they
see
made
it.
here.
Yeah, that looks like a nice area, dude.
It's really boggy. I mean, this is mid Florida, Orlando. I mean, it's just north of the
Yeah, I can
Everglades.
see the red leaves. The red leaves are real pretty where fall hit. That's real good.
Yeah.
Oh, neato. That's cool.
Now look how it is like sizzling. Let me see
Yeah,
if I
I
can
see it. That's weird, dude. I wonder what's going on.
swamp gas.
Oh shit.
Every
Yeah.
now and again, you can.
Yeah, you're out in Florida, dude. Stay away from the swamps, brother, for sure.
There's all kinds of weird shit out here. But yeah, it's all wet back in here. Like here, I think I can make some of it.
All right. Yeah,
You
definitely.
can't walk very far or do very much, but you know, it's pretty boggy.
Yeah. It seems real quiet right there, though.
Oh yeah, well aside from the industrial, oh yeah, there's even more back there. Nice little
Oh,
pond.
wow.
Yeah, it doesn't get easier, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. That's how it is out here, like Alabama, dude. It's so just trying to get out in the woods, dude. It's so like choppy. It's real hard.
Whew. But yeah,
That's,
here, let me.
that's a real nice area. I wonder what kind of trees those are.
I'm not sure actually. But yeah, here, I can show you up here where I'm at.
That's a real nice
Just a
area right
little
there.
walk. And it's nice because I'm like, you know, way in the bush.
You guys.
Nobody could really even see you. Hopefully nobody sees me do this. I mean, you can kind of see back to my tent here how it's like, you know, you can't hardly tell anybody's there. I mean, I get out here. Train tracks. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, yes. Home sweet home. Oh yeah, and then
All
there's
right,
this
guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna let Nick take over real quick.
sure. And there's this bright ass light up there all night long, which isn't so bad. It's good to have regular lighting. Oh, sorry guys, I can't see the chat. I have to stay on this screen, otherwise it disconnects me. But good news, I'm really close to a cheap, easily buildable neurojamming device. You know, taking all my 30 years of radio and engineering and electronics, I have a few models now. One is based on just Jelly Bean IC chips. The other is based on just fundamental old school analog chips, which I think is the best option. Um, but I've based it off of what's called a neurophone, which is what a lot of these things are based off of from way back in the day. I have copies of the MK Ultra patents and as well as the Church Commission documentation, which discusses the modes, frequencies, and other things pertinent to these devices. And coupling it with the Rife catalog of frequencies, you know, I think we can get this going now where we can heal. I've given up shielding against the weapons. You know, it's a multi-trillion-dollar weapon system. Everything has its Achilles heel. We know that. But I've just decided to go off the paradigm of, instead of trying to block it and shield it, which might happen incidentally, let's just go right on to the next step, healing. You know, what frequencies are beneficial? What things do good things? You know, these weapons are being used to harm. I can use it to heal. And in doing so, I found that the diminishment of the attack is, you know, a result. You're helping your own biology do what it does electromagnetically.
All right, you guys, I'm back. How to make another cup of coffee.
Yummy!
Yay! Yeah, it looks real nice out there, Nick.
You know, I'm glad I found this camping spot. It's right, you know, not even a 5-minute walk
Really?
to the train station. And the trains are nice because they don't really check, you know, for tickets and stuff. I mean, as long as you're nice and keep yourself and quiet.
Yeah, that's really cool. So
I can
you
get in
rode
and
the
out of the
train
city.
out there?
What's that?
You rode the train out there?
Oh, yep. Yeah, the train here in Orlando, they have a city end-to-end train from like Kissimmee all the way up
Oh,
through
nice. Yeah, I
North.
think I have a friend that stays close to Kissimmee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really cool.
How much does a pirate sell corn for? A buccaneer.
All right, I'm back.
Yar!
Yar. Yeah, you guys, I hope this video helps some guys on here.
Well, it helps me. It's nice to hang out.
Yeah, I know. Same here. I like to come on here and hang out with you guys for sure.
Oh, it's New Year's.
Yeah, already, dude. You believe that?
Well, I guess I won't see you guys until next year.
Oh. That's crazy, dude. It seems like this year flew by.
It really did. I've been noticing a perception of time being shorter across the board.
Dude,
A lot of people are.
okay, that's one thing I would like to talk about on one of these lives, dude. The time, dude, I'm just like, what the hell is going on, bro?
Yeah, one of the most interesting observations of time that I've found is that it is a function of the compression of space-time.
Yeah.
That in orbit, time goes slower than time here on Earth.
Well, from my understanding, time is an illusion.
Oh, yes, lunchtime doubly so.
Yeah, time doesn't exist.
It
So
could be
I
every.
read something interesting. I think it was last year where scientists were actually trying to figure out time and gravity. I thought that was a pretty interesting subject.
You know, well, it's possible that everything exists simultaneously, but because of our compression in space-time, we perceive it as a linearized moment, when in fact everything is happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
Past, present, and future all in the same wad. Like what is it? Like Dr. Farnsworth in Futurama, his spaceship.
Yeah.
He doesn't push the ship through space. He pulls space around the ship.
Yeah, that is so cool. Yeah, I really feel like they're trying their hardest to they're like trying to dumb me down and I'm like,
No. Yeah, no,
yeah, it's
hobbling is.
so stupid, dude. I'm just ready for it to be over. It looks really nice, that area. I really miss the weather out there, dude. Like big time.
Yeah, this was the minimum distance that I calculated I had to get for the cold snap, so it wouldn't be like too cold.
Dude, that cold was ridiculous, bro. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, yeah. The jet stream got pushed south, so essentially the
Yeah.
center got moved south. North America was the coldest place on the planet for 2 days.
Yeah, no, definitely. Where I even had like my boss from work was like, "Are you coming in?" I was like, "Is this a joke?" No. It's like freaking 8 degrees. Yeah, I'm like only 105 pounds, bro. It's not happening.
Right?
Yeah, it's not happening, dude.
Oh, you just don't have the body mass for those temperatures.
No, there is no way, bro.
I'm not much heavier, but
No, you're
I
pretty,
still
dude. You're pretty big. You're definitely a tall guy for
100
sure. Yeah,
pounds. I
you're
mean,
pretty.
I,
Yeah, you're
uh,
pretty lengthy, dude. Me, I'm just
well, you are
five
very
two.
petite. You are very petite.
Yeah,
I mean, even for me, like I was saying, having even a little bit more mass on me, the cold does it really messes me up.
yeah, I know.
But I have friends that are more natural weights. I mean, I'm 10, 20 pounds underweight. I should
Yeah,
70, 180 pounds, but I'm 165 and a little change.
yeah.
But my friends that have more normal weights, that have some body fat, even like 2, 3, 5%, not a whole lot. Um,
Yeah.
they do much better in cold conditions just by having that little extra body percent.
Yeah.
But having a light frame or thin stature, cold really does not treat us well.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
Oh, I just don't know what to do with myself. I'm not lost hope yet, but geez, something's got to happen soon.
Yeah, these dudes, like, on me, they're just doing too much.
Seriously,
No, they really are. Like, it's just too much, dude.
it was too much a decade ago.
Yeah. Like, they're just doing too much. Like, they really are. They're just doing too much. Thanks, Melissa.
Yeah, last night trying to sleep, they were pulsing my head, but I had my arm up against it, so my
Yeah.
twitching. Turk, 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 turk.
Yeah, and then I'm getting like the baby. Like, it's just out of control. These dudes are just doing too much. And they just won't let up. Like, they're so just out of control, bro. Where I'm just like, whatever.
That's why I think it's a computer.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah, I
turn
like the
off?
matcha tea. I drank the matcha tea, Jack. I drank some yesterday, actually, when I was at work. Matcha tea is my favorite, dude. I mean, the powder form is really expensive. So this time around, I got the actual tea bags. No, they shouldn't, Melissa. They really shouldn't. And I think some of them are just doing too much.
All of them are doing too much. It shouldn't
Yeah,
be.
and I think some of them are really doing too much.
It shouldn't be done at all. Oh, and I wish I could screen share so that I could show you, walk you through some of the advancements I've made. I don't think this thing has a screen sharing feature. One of my fears is only getting this to other TIs so that so that my devices can't be weaponized, because they can be tuned for healing or they can be tuned for harm. I mean, when I'm done, it will replicate V2K. Part of the whole point of it is to show to the normies, not only is it possible, but here's a little toy that can do it. But it's not to harm other people. It's to demonstrate and to heal and to help block out. what's being done. But that's, you know, one of my biggest needs for secrecy, and I need the community's kind of thoughts on this. You know, what happens if, you know, because you know how this targeting goes. Best laid plans of mice or men are for want and ash. You know, I don't want to sit and be the guy that they end up stealing an even simpler, cheaper, more effective device to hurt people with.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I mean, even if I build it and build it a little, you know, overbuild it a little so that it has some, that it only does this and can't do this, like have filters built in so it won't do weaponized frequencies. Or just have it hard coded programmed so that it only does one thing or two or three things. And that's it. But that makes it more expensive and more difficult.
Yeah. No, for sure.
You know, if I'm, because, you know, the modulation I'm trying to get to happen at 420 megahertz,
Yeah.
which the base frequency that they were used, you know, the in the MK Ultra original experiments.
Yeah.
You know, they found that between 400 and 1.2 gigahertz is primary skull resonance. So, depending on the person, you might have to sweep it a couple hundred megahertz, you know, 900 to 400 megahertz.
Yeah. Well, see, and then that's something that I want to talk about too is I'm going to make a perfect example. So I've noticed a lot of people talking about things like binaural beats, hertz. So always check in with self because what resonates with someone else might not resonate with you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there are some frequencies that I just can't be around or use. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Like
I
I'm
think,
very sensitive to 100 hertz.
yeah, I think the best
And you are too.
frequency to really depend on, honestly, is nature. If you're a highly sensitive being, male or female, check in with what I just posted earlier, 52 hertz.
Oh,
I'm going to post it one more time. You can check out the video. If you're somebody who suffers from, you know, being highly sensitive to EMFs or a lot of commotion, noise, stuff like that, check out this video. You got to have earphones, headphones, unfortunately, to really get the full effect. I'm going to post it one more time. Also, I know it sounds crazy, but listening to whale noises and dolphin noises, if you check out the frequencies, you know, it really will help you a lot, especially like in, you know, a meditative state or times where you're just trying to just relax. Nighttime when you're going to sleep, listen to stuff like that. Because you really want to get a good frequency going in your environment. You can do things that are really cheap, like getting plants to really filter out just bad energy, and just, you know, they release positive energy. Getting house plants, tropical plants. I think ferns do a number. They do a good trick. You can get stuff like aloe vera plants, stuff like that, put in your home. Things that are real cheap to raise the frequency in your environment. And just blast things like, you know, reggae music, you know, stuff like that.
ooh, I
Also,
find corner
another thing you can do when you're sleeping, another cheap solution when you're sleeping, get a pair of socks. I was talking about obsidian earlier. You can get you two decent sized obsidian crystals. The smallest ones cost $1. You can get like 2 or 3 of those for each foot. Put them on the bottom of your feet when you're sleeping, and use that. Because you got to remember too, like just even being around, you know, household appliances, everything is kind of been upgraded to like smart stuff. So you got a lot of just icky just frequencies around you. You got to really regroup, recharge. Um,
Oh, one really good way to knock down like a smart meter. If you have like a lot of times, some people's bedrooms end up with their beds right on the other side of the wall of a smart meter.
yeah.
Is you get just for like a small Faraday cage, it's more of a back reflector. Is
Okay.
get a piece of cardboard and you glue on a steel screen,
Got you.
or you paint it with conductive paint. But it's sometimes easier to get steel screen from Home Depot than it is to mix your own.
Yeah, the conductive paint, like I wish things weren't it's pretty expensive. I know it does work, but it's just so
Well, it's
expensive too.
cheap. Hell, if you make it yourself, it's like $7 to $10 for a gallon of polyurethane clear paint, just base paint,
Yeah.
and another $5-10 for even a small jar of graphene.
Okay, got you.
And then you mix those two together to the resistance that you need, and Bob's your uncle. It's easy and cheap to
Yeah.
do. You know,
Yeah, that stuff does work. I've even heard what I as crazy as it sounds, I actually tried using copper pennies. Now, you'll have to look it up online, but you'll have to use the older pennies, I think before
yeah,
like
the ones that are actually
1980 or something like that.
yeah, the ones
Um,
copper.
yeah, putting it on like tape or electrical tape, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Just any kind of cheap grounding techniques you can look up online. I know like a lot of people are having financial troubles, especially during these times. So the cheaper the better.
there's also what's called a bed strap, where you take conductive tape, you
Yeah.
know, but the stuff that you can crinkle up, and like the conductive duct tape. And what you do is you create a strap for your bed about halfway down, so like you won't hook it or get caught with your arm or leg or something, about torso on the bed. And you strap it all the way around the bed and you ground that to a ground rod. Or in a
Yeah.
pit, wire it to like a big anvil or the biggest lump of metal you can find, steel. That's what creates what's called a virtual ground or a ionic ground. It has
Hmm.
negative depletion of ions. So any buildup of U will migrate to the lump of iron or to the ground rod. But
Yeah.
copper antenna. It's an old method called a lump ground.
Yeah.
Radio ham people would do it, like truckers. You get an old piece of railroad tire, a huge chunk of metal, like an old piece of frame, and
Yeah.
you attach your antenna bottom to it, and it
Yeah.
creates a better ground than you have to your electric system. Yeah, cleaner ground.
Yeah.
For your CB, so you can woof it out there louder or clearer. But another one I found is a corner reflector. If you make them at least a half wavelength of what you're after, it'll do anything of a higher. So it's almost like a high pass reflector. So
Yeah.
anything, and if you look up a corner reflector, they're easy to make. You can origami some tin foil onto some cardboard. It's like two pyramids stacked upside down to each other with the centers connected. And what
Yeah.
it does, reflects radio signals back to their source. So it's not like a mirror where it reflects it off at an angle. This
Yeah.
bounces it right back to the source, creating interference or loss of attenuation of the device. So
Yeah.
you scatter a bunch of those around your apartment, and it'll bounce their little evil signal right back to them.
Mm.
Now, it's not perfect, it's not even great, but it's a good passive way to interfere, to create ghosting signals and other things that'll muddy up their return signal, which is how they read your thoughts and read your sublingual communication. So in the end, they might be, just thinking about it logically with, constraints of physics. They would still be able to broadcast to you, but they wouldn't quite as well be able to pick the return signal. These are well practiced methods in counter warfare for signals intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh, if only I had a workbench. Oh, the shit I could build.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw how far I made it a couple of years ago in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, I got one on me that just seems really, really desperate. I mean, this guy is just out of control.
I know. Well, you remember the little mini pulsar that I made?
Yeah.
That thing worked. I mean, very little, nowhere near enough to carry as a shield. But it did do stuff. It did work. I'm just trying to build a bigger one. Something that's just as portable and not as gangly. Oh,
Man, it's just out of control. You can even hear him in my phone. It's like,
no.
yeah.
Sometimes, like when you were driving, I could hear him over your shifting.
Yeah, dude.
Too many mosquitoes. Yeah, there was one thing that was really nice about the cold snap. Too cold for mosquitoes. Now that it's warmed up again, they've got me. They've got me. Yeah, I just smacked one sucking up off the heel of my foot.
Yeah, right.
uh, uh, researching these circuits and everything has helped keep me sane.
Yeah.
I've also one of the side benefits of all this work to try to re-engineer and understand is I think I finally got it down to components where I could just buy a bunch of 7 different components and then
Yeah.
cobble together in the different ways that I need. Because
Yeah.
and the value is that it works. It doesn't have to work well. It just has to work well enough.
Yeah.
And I think I'm down to the point now where I don't need to do it with IC because they have
Yeah.
their limitations too. We'll see. I've got to get this shit out of my head and onto a board.
Yeah, me too. I just feel like the necessity to relocate
Yeah.
to where there's some better energy.
I like it down here in Florida. It's been,
Because it
uh,
just seems like these guys out here are just like really desperate, dude.
they're all desperate. They're just desperate out here too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually in a way worse. I get red teamed like insano sauce out here. Like even,
Yeah.
but it's still just the same bullshit, different location.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll have to scoop me up when you head to Miami.
Yeah, I definitely will, brother.
I don't know what to do actually. All I can do is just blow in the wind, right?
Yeah. Same here.
Try to make the best of it, they say. Okay. I'm trying to decide if I want to pick myself up and head into town or not. But then I realize, oh, it's going to rain tonight. So I might as well just make the best of it and peel myself out tomorrow. You should have enough water.
Yeah.
I certainly don't want to filter out bog water. I could, but no, no. No. That's just a bad idea. One of my generalized rules is either large amounts of stagnant water, like a lake or huge pond, or running water. No, nothing less than that. Like if you've got like a large pond, where the water can at least settle and be clear. Okay, but if you've got like these little ponds like that, uh-uh. No, those things are just festered. They're begging for filter failure. But by tonight, when it rains, I should be able to put out my little bucket and collect a couple liters. Ooh, here comes a train. Yeah, I wish this thing had screen share.
What is it?
I wish this thing had screen share where I could share my screen to the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, maybe I should get the app. Maybe that's what it'll allow me to do it. Oh, I gotta charge my phone again. Now, ever since I got this battery, powering my phone has been much nicer. You know, the panel that I was going off of for years worked really well.
Yeah.
And is, you know, enough to even still to charge this battery, but you know, I seldom get really a chance to put it out anymore.
Sorry, you guys. I'm back. They were doing something to my phone.
Bro.
Yeah, they're always messing with the phone, dude. It's ridiculous.
Oh, 62. I looked at my thing and thought, 29. How'd I get to 29%? And then I realized, oh, I'm reading it upside down.
Yeah.
Ooh, I did solve one big problem I was having for the biopulsar device, how to power it.
Oh, really?
I decided to just do it USB-C.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then it'll just use whatever power for as big a plug as you can get.
Yeah.
And then, you know, then I don't have to worry about building a whole extra half to the circuit for batteries and regulation and stuff. Just get a high power battery, like the QC rapid charge batteries,
Yeah.
the Type C, because those things will whip out 20 volts. And the boards I found on Amazon, if I can set it to its operational voltage, so it'll automatically negotiate the protocol to the battery. And if I set it to 20 volts, but the plug you have happens to only be able to do 12, it'll just take 12.
Yeah.
And so then that just acts as my whole regulator. And then, you know, anybody who gets one, most people have a rapid charge plug that came with their phone, or even an extra one or two laying around. But it has to be a fast charge plug.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll just operate at 5 volts. I mean, it'll still operate, but it'll only be 5 volts. And that's useful too, because in the end, you could just plug it into any USB. It'll only work at the stronger ranges or appropriate ranges when plugged into a fully compliant 100-watt, you know, USB-C, you know, like you use a laptop.
Yeah.
There's a few things that have made my job a little easier. I mean, I really want to design one with batteries and everything so that it's completely autonomous. You know, it has all the charge and safety circuitry inside. Everything's in the geometry and voltage I want it to be. You know, a good 20-volt system with 5 batteries in series type of thing.
Yeah.
more circuitry and complexity. And in the end, I need to get this out so it can be used.
Yeah.
And I think what I'm going to do is design it so that it has a white noise generator and then the waveform driver, or the bio driver. And so it'll have a switch that you can have just white noise broadcast at, 420 megahertz, which can be tuned up and down a little bit for your own cranial resonance type of thing. So it'll be a little fiddly, but I think people can figure it out. I'll be able to make good tutorial videos. And then you can switch it to an audio input where you can play like Sophasial music or other 432 or just pure tones or, whatever you want. Make your own wave file. And the device come with wave files. For example, a Lilywave sample, so that you can take that into a waveform editor like Audacity or something, and be able to make your own programs. Go to the Rife directory, look up the frequencies for this and that as a baseline to start, trying. Like imagine a whole Solfeggio scale, but done in Lilywave, or the Schumann resonance just done in Lilywave.
Yeah.
Or 52 hertz, but a 52 hertz Lilywave, so that it has a better coupling. That would be able to play all of that. Or you could even mix them both, so that you have whatever program input you're playing on it, plus white noise. But just have that static, so that if you don't have an audio source, you at least have a primary noisemaker. It's basically like a Bluetooth speaker, but electromagnetic Bluetooth speaker. And to increase coupling, you can use a little piezoelectric speaker that you put on your skin. It would act like bone conduction, but piezo conduction. It's primarily based on what's called a neurophone by Patrick Flanagan. It would be worth looking up. I mean, again, I wish I had screen sharing. I could just derp. But it's based, another way, it's a solid state audio modulated Tesla coil. Would be another way to put it. Or an audio modulated ZVS. I mean, we've had a lot of people with good success with ZVS drivers. But this allows you to, rotate it like Borg shields. Except we're fighting off brain parasites.
Yeah.
Like the brain slugs. We got brain slugs.
Yeah, Jack, you're right. Melissa, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, just like, I mean, I have to listen to certain things because it's just so parasitical.
I find white noise, like just listening to it in the headphones, helps knock it. It's like if I could do one thing and I could only do one thing, I would pick white noise.
Yeah, white noise is pretty effective, but like I said, it just whatever resonates with you.
Yeah.
Because there are some things that work for me might not work for you.
Yeah, and I've also found that the timbre, or it's different per person.
Yeah.
Slightly different pitched white noise would work better for you than it would for me. Like I might need more of a brown noise. You might need more of a pink noise.
Yeah.
The third person might need more of a blue noise. And that's
Yeah.
one of the ways that I'm designing this is so that you can, filter that down and see what works best for you. Part of the idea is to get this out to other TIs like yourself.
Yeah.
I want to make 10 or 20 of them and see if we can't start getting our head on this. Start with a baseline with what we know and go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Try and see if, this works better than this. I mean, if it doesn't work at first, let's try a different driver frequency.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we already know that the fundamental idea is sound. Because it matches up with the original documentation and it matches up with other, even TI's experience with Schumann devices and ZVS drivers. Just woofing out a field close by that you can attune to seems to really have an effect. If nothing else, it's putting out good vibes when you're being assaulted with bad vibes. The alternative is being only assaulted by bad vibes. It's worth it. And I found that by broadcast, or my original test with the plasma driver several years ago, that just using a white noise broadcast at the driver frequency is effective. Again, not 100%. I'm still working on better, but I got easily 30%. Knocked them down to 30% of what their ability was before. So I think I can do better. The idea is to knock it down 100% or at least 90%. And I think I can do that with this model. And be reasonably portable. And not be so strong or improperly made to knock out half the cellular network. That's the big one. And I'm out of weed. Here comes some more sprinkles. Yeah, I don't think it's going to totally rain today. I think it's just going to be a little sprinkly, and then tonight it's going to dump, and then I'll be fine for another couple days. Yeah, one of these times at one of these campsites, I'm going to make a PVC dome. I saw online a really novel, easy way to make rather large domes. And then they used pallet wrap to seal it in, to cover it. And then sprayed the outside with expanding foam.
Yeah.
It seems like I could make a pretty solid structure that way.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it would even cost that much. I'm sure it'd be several $100s. It's a lot of money, but for the type of structure that I'd be making, I really think that it would work well. I mean, even for what it is, it would be really cheap. A more permanent house. But then again, considering how much they sell tents for, shit, you'd probably spend less on the PVC and pallet wrap and have a better enclosure anyway. Still here.
Yeah, it's been pure hell like this past week, dude. I'm just wondering when it's gonna let up. If it'll let up is the question, dude.
So yeah, until this shit comes to an end, I don't think it'll let up.
No, dude.
But as bad as it is, I have a feeling they're just going to have to round them all up at one time.
Yeah, I think so too, dude.
I think they're going to give them one opportunity. And I think they've already been told to cease and desist and stop and
Yeah,
all
I
this
do too.
crap.
I do too.
And
I think that part's over, honestly, dude.
I think these power outages,
I think they're surges, dude.
I think they're doing it on purpose because
No, I honestly
they
think they're I
off.
honestly think they're just surges, dude.
Yeah, I think when they turn the power off, they can see every little weapon pointing everywhere.
Yeah, I think they're surges, dude.
I'm so bored.
Me too.
Arr. They tried to kill me in Nevada once.
Yeah. They tried to kill me out here.
Off the road.
I mean, it's just been ridiculous.
Oh, they've tried to run me over. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, me too, dude. Out here, dude, they've tried to run me over. All kind. I'm like, what the hell, dude?
Oh yeah, no, it's like on the daily they try to kill me. Or at least try to like get me to kill myself through some,
Yeah,
like not paying attention, like try to distract me as I'm crossing the street while somebody
yeah,
almost
dude. I've had that happen to me where I was
Ugh.
like, but like I was in those whatever moods where I was like, I looked at the car and I think it was like a Mercedes or Lexus, and I was like, ah, what the hell? They got good insurance.
Yeah, I know, right? Run me over, right? There you.
You just get to the point sometimes where you're just like, ah, yeah, as long as they got good insurance.
I know, right?
Yeah, definitely Agent Smash Jack for sure. Yeah, I had some guy, dude. I was being distracted so heavily by it, and there was some dude. I think he was like in a brand new Mercedes, and he was like backing out, and I was like, yeah, just I wish you would hit me, dude. Yeah, I was like, go ahead, bro. Yeah, out here in Alabama, it's really, really bad.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, it's real bad.
It ain't getting any better either. That's the part that's cheesing me off.
Yeah, that's why I'm ready to just relocate to something closer to nature, like a beach or something like that. I think it'll be better for me.
Well, I found you can't run away from it.
No, but I mean, I just want to raise my vibrations, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but you
Because,
can put yourself in a place where you're happier.
yeah, that's what I plan on doing.
And that's what paragliding was for me. Even with everything going on, I was able to at least keep that going for a while.
Yeah,
But I knew that one day they would, what their little dirty tricks would work. But 8 years, I was able to make it 8 years.
yeah,
I try to be excited about a few things. And when this is all over and these assholes are rounded up, I'll be able to go back to flying. But until this is won, I don't see anything else I can do.
yeah, you can hear the thing on my phone. Click, 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 click. Ugh. Oh, well, Jack.
Oh, I missed that last comment.
Which one? This
Jack's
one?
last comment. I can't read the chat.
It says, I got to Virginia Beach, Nicholas. The electronic attacks aren't happening here. They are using
Really?
dreams to combat me now.
What is it to combat now?
Dream manipulation.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
getting a lot more of that since getting to Florida.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just weird shit too.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I can't wait till I get my own fucking brain back.
Yeah, me too. I'm tired of these guys dancing on my head all day.
Is that Arlington, Virginia?
Yeah, that's where he's at. There is a screen of some kind here. His training partner is Russian. He will be here in a week. Oh, that's really cool. That's real neat.
Yeah, it must be cold up in Virginia right now. Oh, Christina, another
Yeah,
cool thing you can do with the biopulsar,
yeah.
tune it to the crystal frequency and
Yeah,
use it to
definitely.
energize different crystals. Uh,
Yeah, for sure.
it amplifies their output.
Yeah, it does. I noticed the crystal quartz really works with that. That's another thing I want to talk about is like tower busters.
Yeah, so this is
Yeah,
kind of like Tower Buster, except for
yeah,
a state Tower Buster. But
yeah.
just,
Those
I mean,
those
that's
are
a bad
pretty
analogy, but
effective, dude. So you can honestly, if you're somebody who works with crystals, you can even use things like river rocks, dude.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
everything
you
resonant.
can use, I mean, just stuff around you. River rocks, kind of create a grid, stuff like that. And I mean, it does work. Yeah, anything earthy, dude.
You know,
Yeah.
good quality organite works well too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oregonite, yeah, Oregon Energy, dude, is something I want to talk about.
Yeah, no, that
Um,
Oregon
which
is
I think is
essentially,
very effective. We need more Oregon, energy. It's really effective.
well, another word for the device I've been designing is an Oregon generator.
Yeah. No, that would be really, really neat. And that's something I actually want to start making, um, as like organite pieces.
Yeah, yeah, there's many names for what I'm doing. Basically, combining can do the ability of what's called a medium multi-wave oscillator, like Tesla's healing device.
Yeah.
You just have to connect the right antenna or coil to it.
Yeah.
Or it could be a biopulsar, but again, that's just
Yeah.
a different coil. Or it could be an Oregon generator, which again is just a different arrangement with crystals. It's
Yeah.
a different antenna or a different coil. And so what this is doing is just a multi-wave oscillator where you can do any frequency in between all simultaneously.
Yeah.
instead of like what we get on the market now, which only does one frequency and it's just a square wave, like a single switch. So I'm basically just taking all the like, okay, how, this is the cheap way to do it. How do you really do it?
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. And the nice thing about designing it the way I'm doing it with just its, transistors and resistors instead of ICs is that I can run the whole thing at a high power and allow it to be, very robust. Because ICs blow out and have limitations of power supply. I mean, in the end, you should be able to plug this into USB or the wall directly and use all the power that the wall has to give you. Ooh, weed. Yeah, I'm stripping my cigarettes right now. I just found one with weed in it. I'm like, yay, don't lose it.
Guys, I'm back. Yeah, I'm looking at how to make organite pyramids.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
pretty
steel
effective.
wool and other materials.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the things about the ergon devices that really wig me out is you look at them and they're like just silly.
Yeah.
How does this thing do anything? But it does. And
Yep.
then you start applying like, advanced physics, and
Sorry,
it
you guys.
literally comes down to thousands of little antennas.
Yeah, exactly.
It's basically a metamaterial. Or like a cloud buster where you have some tower quartz and you wrap them in tubes in a certain way with tubes of a certain length with wires that wrap this way and then this other section wrap a different way, and it doesn't really even connect to a power supply, and yet it works. Oh, Oh, I'm almost out of tobacco. I should have bought more. Now tomorrow I will. I'm better off not doing shit today, or at least not going anywhere.
God, it's kind of cold. I can't wait till it warms up.
Yeah, I could mess with my heart, so my circulation is fucked up.
Oh, Melissa, everything is in its state of being. That's why I treat them accordingly, like parasites. I try not to attach the idea to like everything is in its state of being.
Oh,
Yeah, I think so too, Jack. Yeah, right.
Oh, it was funny. Last night, a armadillo wouldn't leave me alone.
Oh, that is so awesome, dude.
I mean, it's not like they're particularly vicious animals by any stretch. They're really not. I mean, a possum has more of a likely of going nuts on you. Oh, I saw a possum 2 nights ago.
Oh, those are everywhere out here. The
Yeah.
armadillos are so cute when they're babies. They look kind of ugly, but they're so cute, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, he'd come sniffing up this way, and I'd like say, "Shoot, get going!" But he wouldn't.
Yeah,
No response whatsoever. So
that's
I'd
so
smack my
cool,
boot on
dude.
the, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And so he ran, and then he'd come up from another direction and start sniffing toward me. I mean, I don't mind friendly animals, but I've learned one thing: it's just better this way. Don't let them get too friendly. Oh.
All right, you guys, I'm probably gonna hop off here. I'm gonna hop on Discord for a little bit, just to read some of the messages. But I'm gonna get my day started.
Right on. I'll have to look
Is
up Wiki
the,
Web.
is the time the same over there, Nick? It's 9:03 a.m.
Oh, I'm at 10:03. I'm an hour
Mm-hmm.
ahead now.
You're an hour ahead. All right, brother. What do you got planned today?
Sitting here drawing circuits,
Okay.
trying to get a lot of stuff on paper so that I can puzzle it back into one device because I have to design a power supply,
Okay.
and I've already got the comparator and drive all done too, but I need to put it all on a piece of paper so that it's one cohesive thing instead of just a bunch of notes down a page.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack. Have a beautiful day too. It was nice chatting with you, Christina. I always love my
Good
time with
chatting with you
you.
guys too.
Yeah, give me a call when you're headed down this way, and we'll try to meet up.
Yeah, I definitely will, brother, for sure. I definitely will. I'm gonna get my cup of coffee and start getting ready. But I'll probably be back on. I want to do a live tonight this
For New Year's. Why not?
because I know maybe I can catch everybody on here tonight.
Sounds good.
Dookie. with the energy shifts and everything going on. So just stay strong.
Yeah,
Drink a
keep
lot of water. Get plenty of rest, dude, and just chill. Just be more observant rather than reactive. Definitely stand your ground towards any negative. Save the energy that you have. But I love you guys. And I'll talk to you later, Nick. I'll probably see you on Discord.
Yep,
But try to have a good day, brother.
I will.
Bye, Jack. I'll talk to you soon, Melissa. I love you guys. Stay strong on the battlefield. Don't give up.